I wanted to explain a little bit on when your podcast is recorded with voices on separate tracks, how to split those up, why you need to split those up, and the difference between mono and stereo. So, first of all, a mono source is one signal coming from one input source. So, if we're podcasting, we're talking about your voice going into one microphone, going into one input on whatever type of device you're using to record. So that's mono, it's one track. Stereo is two tracks. Now, in a general sense, we mix in stereo because almost all speakers have a left and a right channel. Two speakers, you have two ears, you have two earbuds for your headphones, etc., etc. So you should mix in stereo. And the difference and the confusion comes in with podcasting because some devices like the Zoom recorders and plugins for Skype like Ecamm and Pamela, a lot of those will record a stereo file. The left channel will be solely one voice and the right channel will be a totally different voice, which is super convenient because you have one file. But when it comes time to mix your show, you want to actually extract those, make them two separate mono tracks so that you have each voice isolated on its own track. You can mix them separately because no two voices are going to be the same. You need to handle the mixing for each voice differently. So in Logic Pro, the quickest way to split these up is actually not splitting them up at all. It's isolating one channel over the other, which is going to give you a single mono signal. So here I have a recording that was done with two ATR 2100s plugged into a Zoom H4n. Final recording is a stereo track, and you can hear, I'll play a little bit.
Thanks for joining us on the Impact Entrepreneur Show today.
There is one voice that was on the left, and the other voice
I used to have very vivid dreams as a kid.
is on the right. I'm not sure if you can hear that clearly, but you can definitely see it in the waveform. The left up here and the right down here. So in Logic, if you're using Logic, you can follow me with this. The easiest thing to do is simply duplicate the track onto two separate tracks. So we'll maybe name one left and one right. On my my channel strip over here on the left hand side, under the input button where you normally select an input, I have the option of changing something from stereo to mono. If I just click, and if I click and hold, I can actually isolate one of these channels. So I'm going to make this only the left channel of this file, and then I'll come down here and make this only the right channel of the file. And now I'm able to mix the host and the guest separately. When it comes time to mix, I'm still going to mix in stereo. You can see my master channel here, stereo out. I'm still going to bounce in stereo because I will be adding music and sound effects and everything else. So I definitely want all that to stay stereo. So the important thing for you to take away if you're listening to this, watching this, is find a way to split your voices up so that you can have each voice on its own track, and then take it from there.